Love it. Love it. Love it. Hey. What's up, everyone? Sorry, I totally had some confusion. I thought this was sort of like the Zoom underpants party, but dance party. But here we are. What's up, Zoomers? Everyone. I'm JR. I'm going to be your host tonight for Comedy Snacks. It's 30 minutes in fast, in your face comedy. We do it every Thursday, right at 8:30, right here on this feed of Vancouver Comedy on YouTube, twitch.tv/Vancouver Comedy, also on Facebook Live as well. And you can always catch the replay as well. Very new to the comedy world, also in stand-up or sit-down comedy as this is. So there's an easy way to tell with any comic, though. You can that they're new at this, and the only way to tell that comic still has a bit of glimmer of hope in their eye. It's not something you see in a lot of comics, but it's a good way to tell if they're new. It's sort of like cutting down a tree to see the rings on it and how old it is. But again, another thing, this isn't my dream in life. It's actually my parents' dream. I didn't have a choice. I wanted to be a doctor or something successful, but my dad was just not having it. No son of mine will be a success, he'd say, and then walked out of the room. And then my life. So anyway, here I am, Dad. I hope I'm making you proud. Online comedy can be super weird for sure, and I spend most of the time using the camera just to check my face and hair, but it's working. I'm getting a lot of the right compliments. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much of your time here. This show is about some other comics I have on here this week. These are some of my favorites, and I'm really happy to have them. I hope you guys enjoy them as much as I always have. Zoom comedy is a little different, a little weird, but I know you guys will enjoy them. I'm going to start the show. Let's start with our first comic. Let's just move it along here. I don't want to waste any more time. Please give it up. I love this guy. This guy has been such a saint to me since I've been here and new to this area. He's been giving me rides to shows whenever we could before this whole pandemic went down. And conversing and learning a bit of the game from him has been awesome. He's not as famous as most people with this name are, but I'm sure he will be at some point. So let's throw it over to our first comic. This is James Brown.
All right, check it out. This is James Brown right here in the bathrobe. What a time to be alive, everybody. What a time to be alive. So you know it's a leap year, right? Leap in the hell, but nonetheless a leap year. Yeah, it's crazy because like last year I was into self-help. This year, self-destruction. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Before I self-destruct, I'm gonna take care of my health. I've been vegan now for over a year. So I'm so vegan, right? The only type of chicks I'm attracting are chickpeas. Only men I like ramen. And the only dates that I get are the ones that go into that blender over there, my organic smoothie. Those are only dates that I get. Yeah. Bananas also I use in the smoothies. And I like my bananas the same way I like my friends. Ripe? No. Mostly black.
Yes.
I like my tofu the same way I like my women. Extra firm? No. I like them ready in less than 10 minutes. And I like my coffee the same way I like my women. Black? No. From Colombia and go down easy. That's some new ones I'm trying out. So bear with me. I was going to write 10 pages of vegan jokes last night, but I decided not to. I've been lazy lately. This is the summer of George, but I'm calling the summer of James, getting lazy. I'm starting to care about things that I didn't care about before, like plants. I got this plant out here. You know, I'm giving the little guy sunlight, purified water, red wine on the weekends. You know, I'm so old, I call the plant Robert Plant. That's how old I am. Led Zeppelin. I'm spending money on things because I'm going through changes, things I didn't buy before. Like back in the days, used to spend money on Coke. Now I'm buying Oak. Back in the days, you spend money on doobies. Now I'm spending money on duvets. Back in the days, I used to buy 40 ounces. Now, 40-ounce orthopedic pillows. I got neck problems. Okay. I'm going through changes. Like I'm starting to get into crystals now. Back in the days, it was mostly Stephanie's and Sabrina's, but now I like crystals. What else? I brought in the new year with these young guys, young black dudes, right? They're talking about, yeah, man, I got the drip. Yeah, I got the bag. Yeah, I got the bag too. It's a mostly plant-based organic grocery bag, but nonetheless the bag. They're talking about they got the drip. I got the drip too, the beard drip. This is beard dyed drip. That's what I got going on here. Hi, Mom. Anyways, where did time go? Where did time go? Look at the time we're living in. So all of a sudden it went from fight the power to fight the climate change, you know? And I don't know what generation I'm in. I don't know if I'm a Gen X or if I'm a, you know, a millennial. I did go hiking with some 23-year-olds, right? And there's a generation gap, right? Like they thought that Kevin Bacon was some meat-free product, Whole Foods. Yeah, Kevin Bacon, you know? They thought that Lauryn Hill, some kind of trendy hike in West Van. Yeah, let's try that Lauryn Hill hike, you know? They don't know Lauryn Hill. They think that Windows 95 was Gen X's Coachella. You know, oh, Windows 95, we missed that party. So there's a generation gap. There's a gap there, right? I've been noticing there's a beef between the boomers and the millennials, right? There's a beef. Like the boomers growing up, they could change a tire, change oil, you know, change a transmission. The millennials change a profile pic. You know? So they're pissed off, you know? The boomers are fucked up though. Like the boomers don't know shit. They think that Bluetooth is some kind of venereal disease, you know? Like, oh, Bluetooth, I got that in the summer 69, you know? Summer 69, Bryan Adams. Yeah. And boomers, they don't know what TikTok is. Like, oh, Tic-Tac, yeah, Tic-Tac. I used to pay 50 cents for that Tic-Tac back in the day. TikTok, Tic-Tac. Anyways, TikTok. Time keeps ticking. That's my time, everyone. TikTok. Yeah, that's it, man.
Thanks, James.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're brave to say that you like your men raw, like raw men. Just wanted to point that out. Thank you, James. That was awesome. Thank you very much, man. I miss your high energy, especially on stage. That's what's missing the most out of everything. Thanks for that, James. Appreciate that very much, brother. I'll be seeing you soon for sure. So I'll cut to my next comic here. I haven't seen this comic perform live before. I've checked out some of his clips online. He's coming to us right now from Vancouver. That's where he's streaming from. Please give it up for Jordan Wilson.
Hey everybody, great to be here, and by that I mean great to be here still. I mean, self-isolation has taken some getting used to. Like not being around people has given me this positive energy, like this vibrance. Like colors are brighter, food tastes better. It's sickening. It has got to stop. I mean, because to be honest, coronavirus actually hasn't changed my lifestyle all that much. I'm an introvert. I've been self-isolating for decades. I started on my 4th birthday. High school, I really hit my groove. So call me a prodigy if you want to. It's better than what they called me in high school and at my 4th birthday. But I gotta say, you know, coronavirus is an introvert's dream. I mean, suddenly self-isolating is cool. We're influencers. I mean, it's like you guys finally get us. I mean, suddenly you guys are getting jumpy when someone extends for a handshake. You know, suddenly you guys think high fives are a stupid thing to do. I mean, finally you guys know what it's like to have introvert virus. Nobody's working on a vaccine for introvert virus. I mean, hell, thanks to Jenny McCarthy, most people think vaccines are the reason why we're like this in the first place. But this is a happy time. I mean, when world leaders, you know, told everybody to stay home and avoid social contact at all costs, introverts everywhere danced like nobody was watching. Because nobody was, otherwise we wouldn't do it. We made sure nobody was watching. And the ones, and the people spreading all the false information, you know, all that media propaganda, that's introverts. We're trying to capitalize on the moment, you know, further our cause. Like, have you heard of the latest mutation? Did you know that now the most common way to spread coronavirus is small talk. Yeah. And I mean, and not just in person. I mean, over the phone, Skype, FaceTime. I mean, if you're in a Zoom meeting, be careful. All you have to say is, has anybody been watching The Masked Singer? And you infect 20 people like that. I mean, and the more boring the small talk, the more lethal the infection. I mean, the real poison that's killing everybody is you, Brenda, blathering about your quilting. I mean, your jibber jabber is going to kill us all. So please, good sirs and madams, I implore you, keep your conversations short and relevant. Do the responsible thing. Avoid reckless questions like, isn't this weather lovely? And how about that traffic on the bridge? I mean, don't even talk to us if that's what it takes. Because nobody deserves coronavirus. Just like nobody deserves to hear you yammer about craft brew. But, I mean, switching gears, that's actually a word that I think about a lot, deserve. I mean, what is it? What's deserve? It's something we made up, you know, like that girlfriend from summer camp or religion. I mean, like there's no criteria for it. I mean, there's no point system. There's no scientific formula. We just arbitrarily decide what we deserve. You know, I deserve a popsicle. I deserve my neighbor's Wi-Fi. I deserve a boyfriend who doesn't steal from me, which I never did, by the way. Okay. For the record, we broke up because she's a liar. But let's see, 1 minute. I mean, I remember one time in the 9th grade, this girl comes up to me and says, hey, Jordan, are you going to be at the dance on Thursday? And I say, no, I have a baseball game that night. And she says, you deserve leprosy. And then she walked away. And that was the last conversation we had for the rest of the school year. Like, but she gets to just say that. She gets to declare that I deserve leprosy and nobody can fact check her. If the word deserve was a person, his name would be Willy Nilly, because that's how we throw him around. I mean, deserve should be reserved for big picture stuff. We deserve freedom. We deserve equality. We deserve unlimited pornography at the touch of a keyboard. Outside of that, there's what you get and what you don't get. I mean, does the world deserve the Jonas Brothers? Doesn't matter. Either way, we got them. And that's 5 minutes on the button.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Jordan. We definitely deserve the Jonas Brothers if we've been very, very bad. Like if we're in hell, that we definitely deserve it. A quick little story here I've been thinking about is because with all the concerts canceled and everything, there's been a lot of refunds or rescheduling or something. But just before we went into the pandemic, a girl at my work, she told me she paid $900 for Justin Bieber tickets. Like, I was stunned. Like, where are your seats? On his face? Like, it's fucking brutal. Like, does he just try to sing while you're sitting there the whole time? Like he's underwater just going, baby, baby, baby. That's the only way I'm paying $900 is if I can go and sit on Justin Bieber's face. That's pretty much what I want to say there. Then it's worth it. Our next comic, damn, she's been amazing. I caught her first ever set in New West when she started, and I couldn't believe it. It was so great. It was so fantastic. And since then, we've had a special bond, and I felt super close with her, and I'm so glad to have her back. Please, everyone, streaming from New West, it's Ishwan.
Hey everybody. Thank you, Jay. You've been so sweet. Hey everybody, my pleasure to join this brilliant sit-down comedy event. This is kind of weird for me, you know, an Asian woman performing online in front of a camera, being watched by lots of white people in front of the screen. I hope it doesn't look too much like a live porn. Just kidding. I'm very excited to do this show because it's been a while since I spoke any English, except hi, visa please. Thank you. Good day. And I feel like I'm losing my English literacy. COVID have been the only letters I've read in English. I can read in English, and 19 has been the only number I could recognize. I had to restart using Tinder to practice my English, you know. And then I found even guys' pickup lines was changing. One guy messaged me, "Hey, Yishan, you know what? You are curvier than the coronavirus graph." I was like, okay, you're dumber than the coronavirus itself. I know you've heard enough coronavirus and quarantine jokes, but I'm still adding some because, you know, I'm wearing such a political correct face to joke about this, and I don't want to waste it. The crisis does change my life in several ways. I just found how uncomfortable it is to wear a bra. Also, I really enjoy wearing a mask now because apparently I look much better with my face covered. And now I only shop at the Safeway because I feel safe this way. Most importantly, I start to appreciate the small beauty in life. My dream used to be traveling around the world, you know, which is exactly what coronavirus has been doing. I'm so jealous. Anyways, now my dream is simply getting a haircut. Getting a haircut, even getting a toilet paper makes me happy. And I don't understand why Canadians were storing toilet paper. You know, Americans were snapping up guns. Chinese were in a panic buying of the rice. Italians, I believe, were storing condoms. Canadians really need to have some pursuits in life. And I sort of feel time is meaningless in the past months. The only way for me to feel the time is through our Prime Minister's hair. Seeing him started brushing his hair during the live stream, you know, I feel the time flew. Anyways, let's stay positive, be strong. We are getting through. Now I got to introduce myself a bit. My name is actually Yishan Zhang, but I understand that my name has been a mystery in English-speaking countries. Like every time I go to Starbucks, once I hear the staff start making some weird noise, I know my coffee is done. I'm actually half Chinese and half Chinese. Very sure. But lots of people said to me, "You look like Korean." And I always replied, "The one before or after the plastic surgery?" Yeah, I'm made in China and exported to North America, just like the other stuff made in China, which also means I'm generally in good quality to satisfy North American standard. Now, I'm living in Canada legally. Living in Canada as a Chinese, a question that bothers me a lot is, where are you from? Because I'm from China is never the right answer. People would ask me, which part of China? As if you would know where it is if I tell you. That's why all the Chinese people you know are either from Shanghai or Beijing, because we are tired of offering free geography lessons anymore. I'm over 30 years old already. I know I look young though. Asians never die. But I'm still single. That's why a woman like me, I called leftover lady in China. That's why I moved here. A desperate Chinese leftover lady seeking for being recycled by some white guys. Just kidding. I thought I would feel myself unique if I moved here because I would have an exotic charm. But it turned out I only look like a local in Richmond. Now, I'm still working very hard trying to be a real Canadian because I really want to shop at the real Canadian superstore rather than just TNT.
That's cool.
Every time I pass by the real Canadian superstore, I feel so nervous. Am I qualified to shop here? Maybe I should wait till I get the citizenship. One day, I gathered all of my courage and entered. When I was checking out, the staff asked me, "Do you have a membership?" I was like, "No, Very much. That's my time. Thank you.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Yishuan Zhang. That was hilarious. I love hearing your sets. That's so good. Yeah, excellent. All right, so let's move this along. I'm gonna bring up our final comedian here. Dude has been so super funny. I try to every time I see his name on a show that I'm about to run to, it just makes that show so much better. So without any further ado, he recently just moved. Look at this guy, middle of the pandemic, moving to Port Coquitlam. Ooh. So let's give it up here for Sahib Rana.
Oh, yes. Thank you, you good motherfuckers. It's always great to do stand-up comedy in your pajamas. And I also do hate white people as well as the last comic. And when they ask you, where are you from? It also frustrates me because I'm like, I'm from Australia. Like, no. Where are you really from, dude? I'm like, oh, okay. I'm actually from the UK. It's like, no, man, where are your parents from? Like, oh, my parents are actually from Africa. Dude, you don't look African. Where are your grandparents from? Oh, they're from India. Oh my gosh, so you're Indian. And I'm like, oh, so where are you from? From Canada. Where are your parents from? Britain. So you're British. No, I'm Canadian. So I get it. White people are shit, man. I've got my reasons, man. All right, number one, you cunts, all right? Number two, you took over India. You fucked up our whole country, stole jewelry and everything, divided our country, left with all the riches. And you only invaded India for spice, and you have the audacity to not even use any spice in your food today. That's what really is the kick in the teeth. You know what I mean? It's like, just put a bit of turmeric in your food, man. I'll be happy for the 500 years of fucking up people up. All right? But I'll tell you a bit about myself, though. I did say, look, I was actually born in the UK to African Indian parents, and then I did move to Australia when I was 10 years old. So I'm pretty fucking confused on what I am. And with that upbringing, my accent's really fucked up. So it's not too English, not too Australian. It's a bit of a hybrid. So whenever I'm in England, they call me Australian. Whenever I'm in Australia, tell me, fuck off back to my own country, you curry muncher. And there's always like white people as well. They're like, fuck off, mate. And I'm like, there were people here before you. He's like, nah, there wasn't. We killed them all. It's like they were still here, man. And they would always hit me with this shit. It's like, we grew here, you flew here. And there's nothing you can really say to that because it's a very fucking great statement to make because it's true. And then when I was 18, some guy goes, oh, you curry muncher, we grew here, you flew here. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, well, we came in planes and not in chains, motherfucker. If you get the history, fantastic joke. They were taken. It's all right. We'll move on. I've actually got a skin condition called vitiligo. So people who don't know what that is, it basically means I'm going to be a white man, which is, it's a bit shit because you're going to lose, like, I won't be able to dance, won't be able to eat spicy food. But fuck, man, I don't have white fucking privilege. You know what I mean? That's the greatest shit ever. Like, I can conquer countries and all I have to do is say sorry and that's fine. I can enslave thousands of people or millions of people and all I have to do is say, we're sorry that our ancestors did that. How fucking great is that? I can become a Catholic priest and molest children and get away with any charges and just move to another state and do the same thing. So being white's pretty fucking cool. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they like the last bit of that joke. That's all right, man. That's all right. I've been in Canada for 5 years now, and it's been interesting. It's obviously there's little things that are different from country to country, especially in Canada. Like, the first time I moved here, I went to a bar and ordered a Caesar. I thought it was just your Bloody Mary. How fucking wrong was I? I asked the guy, I'm like, dude, this drink tastes a bit off. He goes, nah. It's just got clam juice in it. What cunts like clam juice will improve this drink? Who's just like, yeah, man, let's just put clam juice, bro. Who's squeezing clams? You know what I mean? It's just mind-boggling who came up with this shit. And now you're putting burgers and chips and shit into it and having a great time. It's a bizarre time to live in Canada. And also, I found very weird is I thought you guys were very nice people. But then I found out you guys did residential schools for fucking like 60, 70 years. No? Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. It's all right. I'm Indian. I can tell that joke. Get it? Because you're racist. I choked on my beer. Anyways, back to being weird in Canada. The first strip club I went to in Canada was actually in Victoria. It's called the Fox. Sad Face is actually closed down now, so you can't go there. But when I went in, the security guard's like, "Hey man, just don't throw coins at lady." I'm like, "Who the fuck's pinging 25-cent pieces at these women?" I've lived in Africa, even over there, like, no coins, just stones. So I'll take 2 buckets of stones, thank you. It's not my fault they didn't develop a fucking currency. It's all right. I'm African. I can say that shit. In 2017, I went to live my dream of becoming a cricket player. It obviously went fantastically well because I'm living in Canada doing stand-up comedy virtually. So fucking yes. Hopefully it all goes well. But anyway, before that trip of moving back to the UK, I actually went to the US for a bit of a holiday, and it was actually during the Trump inauguration. And for me personally, it was a great week. I got laid, tear gassed, and saw white people burn the American flag. And then the next day, as a feminist, you white people are like, fuck, this guy does not look like a feminist. I went to the Women's March, and then there was this feminazi, I think you call them, just hurling abuse at everyone. And then she goes to me, "You don't know how it feels to be discriminated." I'm like, "Bitch, please, look at me. I am clearly Australian, and all people think I know how to do is snowboard and spread STDs. I don't even know how to snowboard. Just shed that chlamydia on every fucking mountain in Canada." Fuck, do I have more jokes? I think I should have more jokes. All right. No, I've frozen. Let me think of a joke. No, I'm out. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I forgot my jokes.
it's okay. It's okay. Sahib, give it up. Give it up, Sahib Rona. Dude, the laughs in there were enough. All right, I'll give it to you. But you owe me a couple minutes somewhere.
How many minutes do I owe you?
You owe me at least 2.
2? How much time did I do?
6 minutes.
Oh, let me. All right, let me.
It's okay, man. It's okay, dude. No worries, dude. We're it's a couple minutes till the end of the show anyway. I just wanted to point out, thank you all. That you guys were hilarious tonight. You guys made the show really, really good. This is my first time hosting it, and you guys have made it pretty easy and pretty great. I appreciate it all. Also, make sure to check us here next week as well. Same spot, same time, some new comics. We're going to keep this going and until we can finally get back on the stage. Am I right? Like, enough of this. Enough of this. Yeah, man. But thanks. This has been Comedy Snacks, everybody. And I appreciate all your help.
No, thank you.